Sounds Inclusive is a project dedicated to promoting social inclusion of some of our most socially isolated and vulnerable mental health service users. Through a wide variety of workshops led by experienced artists, the project would lead to improved mental health and emotional well-being for everyone involved. In this film, we'll have a look at some of these workshops, speak to the people that lead them, as well as hear from some of the participants. It's clear that those taking part enjoy the sessions and the performances, but what are the wider benefits? Project coordinators Lydia Towsey and Tim Sayers sat down for a moment to talk about the impact of the arts within mental health.
The arts have clear benefits in regards in relation to mental health and well-being. They're fantastic for raising self-esteem, confidence, generating giving people the tools to express what they might be feeling, giving people a new language and a way of talking about it. They help you develop transferable skills around communication or just the stuff that goes hand in hand with the confidence that is necessary to create. And those can be taken into other contexts as well, whether it be voluntary work or employment or just improving your relationships in life in general.
And the main things we're looking at is giving people a positive identity. So you're a performer, you're developing people's self-confidence. Anyone's got to have a certain amount of self-confidence to go on stage. You're improving people's self-esteem because they're doing something which a large percentage of the population don't think they can do, even though most of us know with a bit of practice and effort, most people can get up on stage, but a lot of people don't think that. So for a group of people, in some cases, especially if people are middle-aged, it might be they've, from the view of their kind of family and friends, they may not have really achieved much over 20 years. So for them to go up on stage and perform something and do it well, and possibly be recorded or be able to take something home and saying, that's me, then it can be an incredible boost for your self-esteem. And also for the family, I think, to see their family member achieving something.
The events are well attended and often sold out with a boisterous and encouraging atmosphere. The enthusiasm of the crowd and the participants is evident, and a testament to the hard work that has gone in during the weeks and months of workshops before. The Foss Music Collective is a band led by Lawrence and Grace, who are professional musicians. The weekly group is focused on writing and performing original material.
Yeah, once a week for 2 hours every Monday. So every week's a bit different because we get different people turning up. But the focus is on mainly songwriting. So getting people who just learning how to write songs really. They generally write the lyrics and then we get the group to write the words to it. And then we're also learning covers, so everybody in the group has their own song and then a cover song. And then the aim is to eventually do a gig. So we've been recording today and then we've got a gig booked in March. People that say, they've never written a song, they can't do it, but find that, they might have written a poem. And yeah, it does help them kind of express themselves really and be comfortable. I think it's just after every song, or if you've done a good performance, I think it's just everyone feels good about it. Even if you can play it a bit wrong, I think if people feel good about it, then that's what we're aiming for, really. We're planning on making a CD, I think, of what everyone is going to write a song or work on a song they've already written. So we've done 2 today. So yeah, just carry on working on songwriting, really, and then get it all recorded so we can have an album. And hopefully have like an album launched.
The whole thing with performing and recording is that you give people something to aim for. That's where it changes. So that's what we do differently. If you want to learn to play guitar, you can go to a guitar lesson and over a period of time you learn different things. But it can be quite, it relies on self-motivation. Whereas if you say, right, I want you to learn this song, and in 2-3 months you're going to be performing on stage at this event, then you've got to do it. And the more you practice, the better you'll be. So that's the main reason that we're quite dedicated to the kind of the performance and recording publications, is because of that reason, is to give people something to work towards.
The Smoothie Sound System is a music-based group dedicated to recording and performing. The group meet and work at a music studio and rehearsal room near the city centre with professional artists to create their own music. The Smoothie Crew is one of the liveliest and most energetic groups who raise the volume and spirits with their showcase smoothie performances. It's clear just how much this project means to those who take part.
Yeah, I come every week, yeah. Not every week, some weeks I have off weeks when I can't get out because of my diagnosis with my mental health issues. But like most weeks I try and get down here, yeah.
We're all friendly, we all got mental health, and we all pretty much write our own lyrics. It's somewhere you can come and chill out and flex your music in front of other people and listen to their music and get an all-round vibe sort of thing.
Well, a typical session, we're given a guided line on the topic, what the track needs to be about. Then we're allowed to go away and write our own lyrics and come up with something that is actually related to what the topic's about.
Like how to write lyrics, how to write stuff, so I actually learned quite a lot.
I've also improved my performance as well, which hasn't just helped with what I do at Smoothie, but it's also helped with other groups I go to as well, and it's given me more confidence.
Yeah, people like Glamour, DJ Glamour, he's helped me out in the past with editing, getting the story right and how to deliver it properly.
If we do a gig that goes down really, really well, you know, and you get to go to different venues, different places, and if you've done a good job, then you know you've done a good job, and it gives you that buzz. It's like a natural high, and it's really, really nice feeling. And it's nice because everybody like looks in together, and we all help each other with the material as well. So, you know, we all like if one person makes a little mistake, then the other person will cover for that mistake.
Even if you're having a really, really bad day, or if you're really having a good day, whatever your problem is, you can always speak to Tim, and Tim is here for you. And there's always support and love here. So with your friends, you make as you come along every week, you make friends, and we as one, we're unity as a family tree of as we call ourselves, Smoothie Crew.
I feel a lot calmer when I'm with this crew, and when I'm at gigs, we all support each other. Feel a lot better, you know, a lot healthier. And
like, yes, I nailed it. I was like, I was so scared this would come out right. I was so scared it'd be such a good performance. Then it actually was.
Euphoric, like worth something. I have a purpose. People can relate to what I say and enjoy what I'm doing, and that gives me a nice high, you know, an achievement high as well, that I've created a lyric and I've got it out there and people relate to it and come and shake my hand for it.
It helps you a lot mentally because you've got something to focus on, so you're not just focusing on your bad thoughts or feelings. You know, it does help.
I've actually been confident to do other stuff and put myself forward and not think about negative vibes or negative talent that I can't take or can't do. That trying to help me just can do this.
I'm not scared to get on the mic no more. It's just like, just do it. And confidence, happiness as well. But I've got a good bunch of friends.
You can't just go and get a job when you've got our illnesses, so you need stuff to do outside of your house. I mean, like today I thought, well, I'm really, really tired, and I thought, well, do I go to Wesley Hall, do I go to Smoothie, or do I just not turn up at all? And I mean, that motivation to actually come out really helped, because I thought, yeah, why not? Why not come out to Wesley Hall? Why not come out to Smoothie? You know, it keeps you going. It gives you that motivation, that instinct that you're doing all right.
Whilst for some the focus is on life outside of the ward, the benefit to staff and patients on the ward is never neglected. The workshops and practice have a clear benefit to rehabilitation. Having experienced life on the ward himself, musician Pete Hurst clearly had a personal connection with the project in taking his band Refuge to play on the wards as part of Moving Inwards. Pete and the band have been mentored by a variety of musicians, such as Mark Morris of the Blue Tones. the band have used their skills to create new music and take it back to the wards.
Moving Inwards was more born around the fact of that when I was in my early 20s, I spent a number of months on the ward over a period of a few years, and it was really about us coming back onto the wards and to be able to provide sort of uplifting, engaging sort of sessions that could be beneficial to both the patients and the staff. The atmosphere on the wards can be quite stale at times. I remember the patients when I was in, and certainly myself, there's quite a feeling of paranoia from the patient side, but also from the staff side, are obviously looking to help and support. The idea with Moving Inwards was about gaining that positive interaction, but it was about also gaining that trust, being able to take music and live performances on to the wards, to get everybody to kind of join in, to be a part of it, and to kind of like really help like sort of live music performances become sort of an everyday feature. Really, that was the strapline, an everyday feature on mental health hospital wards, as sort of across the so that it could be branched out further and further, because I really fully believe that the more things that are available for patients when they're on the wards, the more specifically connection and engaging sort of things, the more it will enhance their recovery.
I think it would become part of their general, if you call it, assessment of their progress on the ward. So it would be fed back at ward rounds. It'd be fed back to medical staff when they're looking at how someone's progressing. In a lot of cases, it can be something that comes in towards discharge, and it can be a very positive thing in that it's kind of like easing the transition to the community. So we have, for most projects we work within the hospital, we'll have a sister project in the community. So there's an actual migration through.
It was quite interesting because on certain wards we were coming into the main body of the ward and sort of performing, and then it was for people to choose whether they wanted to join in. We had some wonderful feedback of people that would listen in there, that would be listening in their beds, that maybe wouldn't want to come and join in, but that were really enjoying the kind of music and things. But then there was other people that really wanted to get involved, and then there's others that really just want to be in the room. They want to be in the space. You could see that they were sitting around wanting to engage, and that was just wonderful in a lot of ways. And you realise that people in there are experiencing real challenges, and it's and I think it was nice to be so accepted on certain wards, where on the more forensic wards the take-up was absolutely fantastic. The interaction was wonderful, as patients were obviously being locked in with us to provide the support, and those were just, they're amazing how much people get behind it. Music connects with a place that it connects with everybody, and I think it's sort of an unwritten language really that kind of gets through to people. It connects it with people in a very different way. It connects on a much more emotional response, so it enables people to perhaps feel things, and I think that's really vital in a stage of recovery as well. But also that the memory, the emotional memory, and especially for older people as well, it's that kind of connection with things that they can remember from their past, and maybe times when things were good and things, and I think that's what it's all about. And I think that once people can connect with other people that are I think that's so important as well, because there's very little out of the outside that comes into the wards, and I think that is kind of the vital thing, is that things are coming into the wards and that they're engaging with patients. And I think that if there's possibilities of more service users being able to go back onto the wards to help provide things, I think would be a real sort of a great thing to do. I think
the main thing that we offer on wards is hope and optimism. So if you can put someone on a ward, for example, someone who's been an inpatient on that ward, then you put them on the ward as a performer, and they say, I was an inpatient here, look at me now, then it offers hope and inspiration to those patients. So we've had particular situations where we've been into secure units, the smoothie sound system's been into a secure unit, someone in the audience has made it very clear when they were leaving the unit they wanted to join. Subsequently, they went back and performed to the patients who were there then. So it kind of like, that's as good as you can get in some ways.
Growing, growing, she got me growing, growing.